Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium, home of the TCU Horned Frogs. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the TCU Horned Frogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start us off. Oh, he's going to take a chance. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down here for the offense. Give to the single back. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
He lofts one down the sideline. And he's got it at the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems and so many headaches.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
What a third down stop by this defense. Third down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the fourth and goal.
No good. After the miss, no change in the score.
Can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got...
Coming out aggressively. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanting to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Back to throw, it's Woods. Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Quarterback checking the play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's right on target. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. They'll throw it on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the wideout. Oh, picked off. Got room on the return. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, South Carolina. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for Cole.
He's loose down the left side. The 40. The 20. The 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, TCU! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. He can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
He'll return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Now, this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. And those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. got it in the middle. It's Byrd. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Flushed out of the pocket. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point he was able to come away with the pick.
Looking downfield, it's Woods. Getting some heat. And they got him for the sack.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water holes, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man and they convert. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every...
Fires toward the end zone. He caught it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! That his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
Going for the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
No, he just flat ran over it. Got the 1st down and more. There he goes to the right. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he got loose, it was all over. Boy, did he just scorch that defense with that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wastes no time and comes out throwing, looking to the big tight end. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Dropping back, it's Woods. Coming, time to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots, so they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Zings it complete to the right. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. The aerial assault continues. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Movement here from the tight end. Going up top on first down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
On second down, looking again to throw. He's got him this time. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, TCU! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point in the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He makes the connection. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
He's going to look for a man on third and short. Fires one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Bringing it back, it's Vargas. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll come out throwing on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're ready to get it started here in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Delivers to contact. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. To the air, it's Woods. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator...
Gonna take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Gore. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page. Gets the big touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by 5 over Notre Dame. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The throw to the outside is complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
The one thing I love about this defensive coordinator is that he has a lot of different exotic looks. He's not just going to rush with 4. He's not just going to rush with 3. He's not just going to blitz linebackers. This guy's blitzing DBs.
Wants to throw on second down. They're working that left side. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, in that situation, that just worked out perfectly for the defense. It was 3rd and 1, and I'm not so sure that was a pass blitz. That might have been a run blitz. That might have been the defense just trying to add an extra body in the gap, expecting run. Quarterback held on to the football, and that worked out perfectly for the D.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. They're trying to get to it. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Looking for a productive play on first down. Back to the ground game on the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Back to pass, it's Woods. Buys a little time. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, TCU 28, South Carolina 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. The back goes in motion. To the air on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead,
and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
35, South Carolina, 14.
Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
South Carolina offense will take over. First and 10.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Quick strike complete. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Now on first down for this offense.
And so first down for the offense.
Hands it off. Crosses the 45. Running toward the tape. He's at the 10. Touchdown Gamecocks. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
South Carolina, 21.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
That last incompletion leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 23. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Unloads it left. It's complete. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Comes out throwing on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to the air one more time. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
This is a 3rd and long. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Trying to get to it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Horned Frogs will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man.
South Carolina offense will take over. 1st and 10.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. 1st down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's caught at the 10. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
1st and goal, South Carolina.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
You're down 2 possessions, 4th quarter, time's not your friend. You got to take a shot. Defense doing a great job in the end zone, making sure that ball falls incomplete. Clean play, excellent coverage, everybody's eyes on the quarterback. And that's probably going to seal the deal for this defense.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete downfield.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Running to the left. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Woods. Finds his big tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The give on the counter. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Looking to move it through the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and he never had a chance.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room.
Lost one deep down the right side. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, South Carolina!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.